MLB, no runs first inning. I have 5 of them for today. Let's go. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Ben, aka Cash Cake, back with another MLB Prize Picks video. In this one, we're going to talk about no runs first inning. You guys have said you like these videos, so I'm going to keep on knocking them out. I got 5 that I found. Not a massive slate here on Monday, but I think there's a few spots we can take advantage of. Didn't do too bad, didn't do too great on Sunday. We went 2-2 in those no runs first inning. Did a little better on the strikeouts where we went 3-1. I'll look at a few strikeouts as well today and try to knock out a video for those. But again, I found 5 for no runs first inning, so we can just dive right into those things. But before that, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you find these videos helpful for you in any shape or form. And let's just dive right into it. Let's go. All right, here we go. We have the MLB first inning runs allowed here. Basically, it's very simple. You're taking the over or the under. If no runs first innings, the under. Yes runs first innings, the over. It's very simple. It's really fun to play. You know, you kind of get the sweat out of the way pretty in a hurry. And I'm just going to knock out a few that I found that stats kind of line up, and you can play them, fade them. Maybe you just want to take a few of them from it. But I found 5 that I think we could take advantage of here. So we're going to go look and dive into these a little bit. And the first one we're going to go Oakland at Detroit, and where we have Blackburn on the mound for Oakland. He's 3-2 this year with no runs first inning, and Pineda on the other side, he is 3-0, no runs first inning, and the juice is on the under around -150. Kind of look what they did last year. Blackburn was 5-4, and Pineda was 16-5. And then look at the offenses, what they did over the last 10. Oakland is 6-4, and Detroit is 10-0. So they have not put up a run in the first inning in the last 10 games here on the Detroit side. So that's why I kind of like this a little bit. Blackburn struggles a little bit in the first inning here. He is 2-1 in the away. But with Detroit, the way they're struggling, putting up runs in the first inning, I think it helps them. And then Pineda on the other side has been pretty good. So I think we can take advantage of that and look at that. So we're going to take the no runs first inning for Oakland at Detroit here. Second one we're going to look at, we're going to go to the Dodgers at Pittsburgh. This one makes me a little bit nervous. We got Urias on the mound for the Dodgers, 4-1 this year with no runs first inning, and Quineda on the other side, 4-1, no runs first inning. Juice is on the under at -134. The one I have a little bit of concern for is just the Dodgers offense, right? They are 50%, 5-5 over the last 10 of putting up runs in the first inning. Pittsburgh is 7-3 over the last 10 of no runs in the first inning. So put up runs in 3 of those 10 games. So makes me a little bit nervous on the Dodgers side. So if you wanted to scrap this one, I completely understand. You know, the juice is on the under, though, around -135 for this one. But just kind of wanted to throw it out there. My biggest concern, Quineda's pitched good this year, right? So, you know, so can he get there? Sure. But this is the one that makes me the most nervous out of the 5 that I do have. But I just wanted to kind of throw them up there and throw those numbers up there with just how he's been pitching. But that Dodgers offense does make me always nervous. So you might want to not pull the trigger on that one. Next one we got here, we're going to go Tampa Bay at Angels. This one we have Springs up for Tampa Bay, and we have Snyder. Actually, I'm scrapping this one. We're going to scrap this one. We're only going to put 4 up there because I was digging up the numbers a little bit more on Syndergaard and Springs, and especially Springs. I don't like Springs that much, so we're gonna scrap that one. The next one we're gonna go Chicago at San Diego. This one we got the professor on the mound for the Cubs, Kyle Hendricks, and we got Mackenzie Gore on the mound for San Diego. Mackenzie Gore is 4-0 this year, not giving up a run in the first inning. Kyle Hendricks is 4-2. Juice is on the under at -140 that we have out there. Look at the offenses. Again, San Diego's been a hot offense. They're 5-5 a run in the first inning. The Cubs are 8-2 over the last 10. And so hopefully, Kyle Hendricks can keep the ball on the ground, get a few ground outs here early in the game. The juices, like I said, on the under at -140. So that's where that is going, and we could take advantage of that. If we kind of look at last year's stats a little bit, pitching wise, Kyle Hendricks was 21-11, 66% of no runs in the first inning. And again, Gore didn't pitch last year, so we don't really have anything to go off of there. But hopefully we can get, Hendricks can, have his stuff working early. And we don't have, Machado hitting a home run, which a couple days ago screwed us in that. But definitely look at that one. I do want to talk one that is not on the board here that I definitely like the most. And it's actually Colorado at San Francisco. When we got Gomber on the hill for Colorado 4-1, and then we have Rodon on the bump for San Francisco at 5-0 this year. The juice is on the under at -150. Like I said, it is not out here. Excuse me, apologize. 8-2 for Colorado and 9-1 no runs first inning for San Francisco. So all fantastic no runs first inning for both teams here. It's my favorite one, but it's not on the board here. So I just kind of wanted to mention that one, that if you're playing out on a book, it's probably my favorite that's out there, but it's just not on the board. So if they do put it up later, it is by far my favorite one, but it's not up on the board we have here on Prizepicks yet. So I just wanted to mention that one. And then excuse me, the last one we'll talk about here is we're going to go at Milwaukee and Cincinnati. And we have Woodruff on the mound for Milwaukee, 4-1 this year. No runs first inning. And then we have Castillo on the other side. He hasn't pitched this year. -140 on the under here. If we kind of look at the offenses, Milwaukee, again, 5-5. Makes me worried a little bit. And Cincinnati's actually 5-5 as well. So, man, excuse me. So it's one of those things where offenses are pretty hot. It's might one you want to stay away from. But, Woodruff's been pretty good. That Cincinnati offense is not great. But you never know. You never know with these. So if you wanted to stay away from this one, I also understand that. If we look at last year's stats, Woodruff is 23-8 no runs first inning, and Castillo was 21-12. So, Castillo was not that great, but Woodruff was pretty good. So we got to take that into account. So those are the four that I do have for today. Number one, I would probably say is Angels at Tigers right now. Like I said, if you can get that Colorado at San Francisco under, if it does pop up on the board, or you can get it out there on the books, that's the one I would take advantage of. Number two, I would probably take the Cubs at the Padres. Then the Dodgers at Pirates is number 3, and then the Reds at Brewers number 4. So there's no runs first inning. Hope you appreciate these videos. If you hit the like button on your way out. See you on the flip side. Deuces.